always dedicating yourself to everybody. People could depend on you. But sometimes you gotta ask yourself, if you fell off, who could help pick you back up? Who watch your kids for you? You watching everybody's kids. Who watch your kids for you? You always picking up everybody in your car. Who will come pick you up if you ran out of gas, man? Yeah, you breaking your back for everybody. Who gonna push the wheelchair for you? Sometimes you gotta ask yourself, do people got you the way you got them, man? Don't worry about who in your call contact list. Worry about who in your call log that call to check up on your ass, man. These people don't really rock with you the way you rock with them. You dedicating so much of your time for other people, whereas if you fell off, who will pick you back up? These people don't really, they ain't offering no help. They ain't doing no kind of service for you. But you can't pour from an empty cup. Baby, fill your cup up first. Worry about you first. Ain't nobody watching your kids. If you get kicked out today, evicted today, who gonna help you move up out that place? Who gonna pick up a couch or pick up a bed or break it down too? Ain't nobody gonna do that for you. So stop being out here worrying about what everybody think about you. Stop being out here worrying about how people feel about you and is they gonna accept the moves you trying to make in your life. They don't want to help you. They don't care about you, man. Worry about you and them four in there, them 4 kids, man. Worry about you and your old lady in there, man, who was down with you when you weren't doing it big as you could do. Man, they don't care about you, man. These people don't love you. Everybody love you when you beneficial. But do they love you because you been official? Not because you beneficial. Everybody love you when you're beneficial. But what about when just because you been official to them? Yeah, you been looking out for them the way you need them to look out for you sometimes. When you got them giving them all your money and taking them a bet when they gonna shoot you a dub like that. Yeah, when you down and your job ain't want to pay you this week, who you could depend on to pay your bill when you look out for them when they ain't had nowhere to live? How many people look out for you the same way you look out for them, man? How many people call your phone and just check on you and just see if you all right, how your kids doing? How many people call and check up on you in the hospital if you was down right now? Who can you depend on? How many people will take you to the hospital if you was feeling sick and ain't had no goddamn health insurance for the goddamn ambulance man? You ain't had a $500 for the ambulance man. Who will pick you up and take you to the hospital? How many people will come check up on you and see if you need food in your house, if your food stuff on? How many people will check up on you, man, and see how your daddy doing because he's sick? How many people really care about you? These people don't care about you. They care about what they could get for you.
Hey, Shalom. All praises to Yahawashi, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash, and double honors to those elders that's in the spirit. And you're not just an elder because you're fucking old. You're an elder because you're in the spirit. You have to endure this thing in the spirit of Yahawashi. He was in the spirit in his whole ministry until the end. He held that integrity all the way to the end. So you're not just a fucking elder because you've been in the truth for this amount of years. You're an elder because you maintain the Holy Spirit. And as you go back to the story of Matthew's, the elders that were before Yahawashi, before he came, they were in the synagogues teaching, but they had been corrupt because of all the years sitting on those high seats. So when you deal with this truth, you have the elders that's of the flesh, that's over the flesh. Like we have guys that's celebrities, and then you have the true men of the Lord that's actually hidden and tucked away, which the Lord prayed for these men to be out of the limelight of the fucking world, the ways of evil, because that's where the evil is, and that's what you see what's going on. Men are only recognized because they're famous, and that's who the carnal world recognizes as being men of the Lord, the ones that's actually out there. But according to the scriptures, the true men of the Lord are the ones that's going to be hidden, not the ones that's exalted and famous. The fame has destroyed men in these fucking groups. Well, Yahawashi, they're not holding Yahawashi down, they're holding the group down. And so the Lord in these last days is actually against these high elders and these high camps and these guys that exalt themselves. Because who's actually holding Yahawashi down like that? Who's actually teaching of him? And when the Lord said that faith, mercy, and judgment are the heavier matters of the law, That's what the Lord taught when he came on the scene, more than he ever taught prophecies. The Lord taught those things more than he ever taught prophecies. So for a lot of you guys steady going into prophecies, well, the thing is, you're not of the Lord. You're not of Yahawashi. We know a lot of you guys are fucking corrupt. And the thing about it is, the fall of you guys are going to be great. God want to be great in the society? Well, the fall of you guys are going to be great. Why? Because you're not moving and defending Yahawashi like that. You're not defending the Lord. Guys are defending their group and the camp and their reputation, which the Lord didn't have no fucking reputation. And we're going to say it over and over and over again, because these groups and these camps, they're all going off. They're all going off. You have one camp want to be great. One camp want to bring nice to camp. One camp wants Edomites to bend over and kiss their fucking shoes. All these camps have their own fucking reputation and personalities. But what these camps don't have in common is Yahawashi. Because I seen a title the other day. We have the most. They can't mess with us in the scriptures. Well, what about Yahawashi? Is Yahawashi there? Yahawashi ain't fucking there. So I mean, what that actually makes a lot of you guys. See, a lot of you guys deep down, you guys are nothing, man. You're nothing, man. And what you've done is you've used Yahawashi and you use his word to exalt yourself. Not actually to exalt Yahawashi, but actually to exalt your goddamn self. And so the truth about it is, Yahawashi is against a lot of you camps. The Lord is not dealing with you camps, these big famous camps. The Lord's not dealing with those things exalted and high. That's why the scripture tell you in Luke chapter 14, when thou comest to the synagogue, take not the highest seat. And so these men now, because this is their world and they've taken the highest seats, Yahawashi isn't there. That's why they don't teach about Yahawashi. They teach about Sakari, in which they're in the same state of Sakari. They're famous and they're popular like Sakari. They're popular like IUIC. They're popular like ISUBK. All these camps are not of the Lord. The enemy is in there. Because how do you know the enemy's in there? Because Yahawashi is not at the bulk. Men are not in the spirit of the prophets of Yahawashi. And we will continue to bring this out, because the truth of the matter is, guys, they have taken his word and just said, fuck Yahawashi. And they may say Yahawashi, but they're not of the Lord, man. It's phony. And that's what you have in these camps. A bunch of phonies and a bunch of goddamn lowlife. A bunch of lowlife fucking scumbags that's waiting on the downfall of somebody so they could exalt their fucking self. And that's what the scumbag would do. He tries to exalt himself when he knows all the time he's a fucking lowlife. So that's why you could tell who's the lowlives as the ones that exalt themselves. So the ones that's exalting themselves, watch how they don't teach about Yahawashi. And Yahawashi taught things of faith, discernment, and going into mercy. These men, they don't have mercy. They don't have mercy. They don't have true charity. Charity don't have to do with money. And a lot of people that cling to these camps, they're just groupies. Like these women, they're just groupies. They just want to be a part of the famous camp. And nobody wants to do the dirty work of Yahawashi, which was hated for this word, which was despised. Men hid their face from them. The spirit that Yahawashi was in, that these camps are in, is not the same. Even in these movies, the Lord, when Esau do these movies, the spirit that the Lord was in, he showed you that he was in a serious, austere spirit. These camps are not in that spirit, man. You have these elders, the elders and these guys teaching his word today, man, they're in a fucked up spirit. You got guys still going to the park, and they call themselves elders. Man, this truth, the Lord is not dealing with guys that's out there in the forefront, man. This is a fucking joke. And the thing about it is, these groups, they're the wide gate now, which the Lord said the wide gate is the gate to the destruction, and everybody's just going to go there. So what you have to do, you have to find out what the Lord is for yourself. And when you understand this truth, you understand that the Lord is not dealing with the many. He's dealing with the few that's actually hidden. They're hiding away. The X-Men, crossed out, crucified. So if the Lord was crossed out and crucified when he was on the scene, don't you think his disciples would be crossed out and crucified too? Or will they be famous or exalted? Will they call themselves the greatest? That's a question for you guys. Well, that's a question for you guys. Would the Lord call himself the greatest if they was actually X'd out and crossed out? No, the fuck they won't, because they'll be X'd out and crossed out. It's nothing great about being X'd and crossed out. You fucking clowns, man. And nobody's really holding down Yahawashi but us and a few other men. Yahawashi is the primary vocal point with this truth, not Esau and prophecies. And the Lord told you for himself that he is the heavier matters of the law, which a lot of you fucking clowns are admitting faith. You're using this truth so you can put your wicked ass face in the camera. And a lot of you guys have became old, just like Eli, and just like the elders in Susanna, just like the elders in Matthew chapter 23. When the Lord came on the scene. That's why the Lord said you can't put new wine in the old bottles, because Yahawashi is that new wine. That's why y'all can't go into them, because you don't have you're not strong enough to pick up that heavy weight of Yahawashi, because you're not of the Lord. A lot of you guys are just waxed old, and you're not in the fight, man. A lot of you guys are in the fucking middle, man. The Lord's not with you guys like that. And the thing about it is, we're telling the fucking truth, and we're not for the fame. So we don't give a fuck about women being groupies and guys being groupies, because guys are joining camps now just because of the fame. They're not joining it because of Yahawashi. And a lot of you guys are sucking that shit up, because a lot of you guys are not of Yahawashi. You like being stroked. You like your ego being stroked. Oh, that's right, elder. Oh, you did a good lesson. The Lord's not with none of that shit, man. The Lord's not with that flattery shit. A lot of you guys, you eat that flattery up. That's the only reason why you're in this fucking truth. You see, because you're not a part of the Lord. The Lord, apparently the spirit of the Yahawashi and the prophets is not on you men. I'm going to go into Matthew chapter 9, and I'm going to read through a little bit, going into the acts of Yahawashi, because that's what it's about. Now, if you study Yahawashi and you look at these men in these groups and these camps, you'd be like, man, what's going on here? Yeah, these men are totally fucked up. The way that they're teaching and how the Lord teaches is not the same. Guys are not rebuking demons, because they are the fucking demons, man. Got these old demons, man. These old demons and these old elders, guys going to the fucking parks, man. A lot of you guys are cursed, man. The scriptures say, curses he that hold his sword back from blood. We're not holding our sword back from shit. We are attacking the ones that have the greater sin. Who has the greater sin? Our people. And the older you guys are, the more fucking cunning and demonic your ass is, man. And a lot of you guys that is not in the spirit, you have made deals with Esau. We see you guys. Look how you teach. Look how you teach. So the greater you are, the more corrupt your ass is. So the nerve of you guys having that great on your fucking name. That's why the Lord said, who gave me up has the greater sin. And who does not follow me, the fall of them will be great. Matthew chapter 9, verse 1, and he entered into the ship and passed over and came to his own city. And behold, they brought him a man sick of the palsy, laying in the bed. And Yahawashi, seeing their faith, said unto the sick of the palsy, Son, be ye of good cheer, thy sins be forgiven. This is all about the faith and believing of Yahawashi. Now these guys, they want you to believe in them. But the Lord was healing our people. See, the focus was on our people. It was never mainly on prophecies and Esau. So guys, pushing that vibration, you're not of your Lord. You're not of the Lord. You're of this world. You're pushing the vibration for this world. The Lord pushed the vibration of healing. How do you heal our people? You have to actually go into them to heal them. You can't heal our people by going into Esau or prophecies. Things have to work from the inside out. Yahawashi healed from the inside out. These men are not healing you from the inside. They're corrupting the inside. That's why the Lord told he taught that high priest. You see, you notice all these guys that had positions in the world, that were the wicked scribes and Pharisees, they had these titles: high priests, the high elders, the scribes, the Pharisees, the high priests, the high scribes. So men have these titles and these names. They put themselves up high. That's why the Lord said, don't sit in the high seats. Guys will not go into Yahawashi. The scriptures say, if you hear a man and he bring out the word, skillfully add unto it. Guys are not adding unto Yahawashi. And that's like a little test that we've actually been doing. We've been bringing out certain things just to see if anybody add to them, and they avoid Yahawashi at all costs. And that really means that a lot of you guys are wicked, man. You're wicked. All of you guys are wicked, man. You're wicked. All these things that the Lord said to do, and the guys are not doing them, And if the Lord said that the heavy matters of the law are faith, and you guys are not actually going into the faith, you're exalting yourself, you're going into these prophecies, which the thing is, all these things that come down the pipeline of the majority of men you're teaching, they're not going to have faith, so they're going to fall. Everybody's going to fall because nobody's been taught faith. And they can't really see that you guys are wicked because you're exalted. That's why guys don't bring out Matthew 23 like that. Matthew 9:3, and behold, the sons of the scribe within themselves say, check this out, verse 9, Matthew 9:3, and behold, certain of the scribes said within themselves, this man blasphemeth. So that's what guys are saying within themselves, because they're wicked as they notice, like the spirit that we're coming in, God, that we're not in the same spirit as you guys. We don't see eye to eye with you because we notice you guys are taking the Lord's word and you're corrupting the word. You're not actually using the word in righteousness. You're using the word for your own claim and the clout. And just like they told the Lord, they said the Lord within themselves, they said, hey, the Lord, he blasphemes. That's what a lot of you guys are saying in the inside. That's what a lot of you guys are saying, because a lot of you guys are corrupt and you actually hate the Lord. And it's the same thing. You're the same ones that was the adverse unto the Lord. And you're using the Lord's scriptures to bring about your own spirit so the world can worship you, because you guys are of the world. Matthew 9:3, and behold, certain scribes said within themselves, this man blasphemes. And Yahawashi, knowing their thoughts, said, wherefore ye think evil in your hearts? It says, for whether it's easier to say thy sins be forgiven thee, or say arise and walk. So these men, they were evil inside of their hearts. In the inside, they were full of dead man's bones. In the inside, they were wicked. But on the outside, they portrayed this image. Just like these men in these camps, they have images and reputations now. With the Lord, he never had an image and reputations. He was hated. He was most of the time by himself. He said, the Son of Man had no place to rest his head. And a lot of you guys, your rest is in these camps. Your rest is here in Babylon. Your rest is with Esau. A lot of you have made covenants with this heathen. That's why you teaching the way you do. It says, but that ye may know that the Son of Man have the power on earth to forgive sins. Then he to the sick and the palsy, arise, take up thy bed and go into thine house. So the Lord was all about healing the sick of our people. And how do we heal our people? We have to rebuke those demons and open their eyes to the things that's going on, not hold back fucking shit. And he arose and departed to his house. When the multitude saw it, they marveled and glorified, glorified the Most High, which had given such power unto men. And Yahawashi passed forth thence, and he saw a man named Matthew sitting in the receipt of customs. And he said unto him, follow me. And he arose and followed him. So the Spirit of the Lord, right? Like Matthew right here, right? If the Spirit of the Lord, you're going to notice it and you're just going to follow it, man. You're not going to ask questions. Now this time of the Spirit of the Most High is not with groups. It's not with guys famous. You got guys going up against other corrupt groups, going against other corrupt groups. You see? And they're all famous. They're all famous. You see what I'm saying? And they're going against each other. This is set up by Esau to divert your attention off of Yahawashi. That's what this is about. When guys talk about these other famous groups in these camps, you got to watch what's going on. You got to watch what's really going on. It's a diversion to keep you from Yahawashi. That's what this thing is about. Everything these men are doing is a diversion to actually keep you from Yahawashi. Why they actually say Yahawashi in the beginning, but a lot of these guys, they were against the Lord. So when Matthew's seen the Lord in the Spirit of the Lord, and he easily followed him, just like Elisha when he got up and he followed Elijah. Elisha was treading those 12 oxen, was plowing those 12 oxen, and he saw Elijah, and he said, hey, just come with me. And they knew what it was. They knew what it was. The spirit they both had on, they knew that they was both of the Spirit, and they went right together. And that's just how it is with the Spirit. So for a lot of you guys that's in the middle, you question us, and then you go back and watch these guys that's corrupt. You're corrupt because you don't know what a spirit is, and you really can't see. So you're not healed. We all need a healer, I say that. But the thing about it is, when the spirit's on you, you'll be able to see who's in the spirit. See, a lot of you guys, you really can't see who's in the spirit like that because you're not really in the spirit. A lot of guys are in the fucking middle. So let me read this again, Matthew 9 and 9. And when Yahawashi passed from thence, he saw a man named Matthew sitting at the receipt of custom and said unto him, follow me. And he arose and followed him. So the Lord said, follow me. This is the way, walk ye in it. And a lot of guys are not walking in the way of Yahawashi. They're walking in the way so they could have the praise of this world. So therefore, when you do that, you're not actually standing up for the Lord. Now it says, verse 10, and when he came to pass, and Yahawashi sat at meat in the house, behold, many publicans and sinners came and sat down with him and his disciples. And when the Pharisees saw it, they said unto his disciples, why ye eateth, master, with publicans and sinners? Check this out. Because the publicans and the sinners, they're on the low. They're on the low. And what you notice with these camps and these groups, they bash each other because they're both sitting up high. Because they're not the first fruits of the spirit. Their place is in the flesh. They have the first place in the flesh, which is opposite of the spirit. Which when you're in the spirit, you're not gonna be known or none of that. You're gonna be known, but you're not gonna be famous. Everybody's gonna hate you because you're in the spirit. The spirit is like a fire and like a sword. So when you're swinging that sword and when you're hot like the fire of the Lord, you're not gonna keep guys away from you because they're constantly gonna be cut and they constantly gonna be getting burnt the fuck up. So the Pharisees, with their envy, they were mad at the Lord because they were getting burnt up and they were getting cut up by the spirit. They said, why eat of your master with publicans and sinners? And then when Yahawashi heard that, he said unto them, they that behold need no physician, but they that are sick. All right, and a lot of you men are sick. And what's making you men, what's making you guys more sicker is the fame and the clout and being on them high seats and being proud. See, the Holy Spirit isn't there. That's why the Lord prayed for the elect, so they won't get no type of cloud or shine. They can be able to do the work on the low and be hidden. You guys are not hidden. A lot of you guys are famous. The men of the Lord are infamous. It says, but when Yahawashi heard them, he said, they that behold need no physician, but they that are sick. But go ye and learn what that meaneth. I will have mercy. It says, I will have mercy and not sacrifice. For I am not come to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance. So the Lord was all about being on the low, even though he had high power. He had high power. He was the son of the Most High. But the Lord came in this world to take the low because this is not the Lord's kingdom. So the Lord told Pilate, he said, hey, if this was my kingdom, then my people wouldn't have gave me up. And a lot of you guys are in that spirit of giving the Lord up and just turning your back on the Lord. A lot of you guys, you're betrayers. You elders and you fucking, you high priests and you call yourself these titles. You're the betrayers of the Lord because you're not really holding the Lord down in these last days. You're not closing this thing out. The true closers, man, just like in baseball, you have those closers that fucking close the game out at the end. A lot of you guys, you've lost that. You're unable to close this thing out because you got mixed up and tied up into the fame and the being the best camp in the world, being a part of this world at the same time, being bigged up on that's what has swallowed guys up. That's why when those sinkholes came, that let you know that this world has swallowed camps and guys and elders up. They've swallowed up. They're not of the Lord anymore like that. Matthew chapter 9, verse 14. Then came the disciples of John saying, why do we and the Pharisees fast oft, but they disciples fast not? Yahawashi said unto them, can the children of the bride chamber mourn as long as the bridegroom is with them? But the days will come when the bridegroom shall be taken from them, and they shall fast. Exactly. So the time was coming where the Lord was going to have to be given up. And then that's where that fasting and that mourning and weeping is going to have to come into play. Now, verse 16, the point that I wanted to get to, because what has to happen is a lot of guys, they have become old, and the new wine is Yahawashi. And the last is first, and the first shall be last. So that's what we see right now. So in the spirit, guys are last, but in the flesh, they're first. But in the flesh, we're last, and in the spirit, we're first. So you can't be famous and be in the spirit. So in these last days, by the way, man, how guys are teaching, they're teaching like they've already lost it already. So check this out. Matthew 9:16. No man putteth a piece of new clothing on old garment, for which is put into it, filleth it up, take it from the garment. It said the rent is made worse. Neither do men put new wine into old bottles, else the bottles break. Right? So a lot of you guys are a bunch of old bottles. And Yahawashi is that new wine. And the reason you guys don't go into Yahawashi, because if you go into Yahawashi, your fucking bottles might fucking burst. Because a lot of you guys are wicked deep down at heart. You're wicked, man. Saying prophecies are over Yahawashi and faith. That's corrupt. That's not according to the scriptures. So all you guys that's exalted high and you leaders out there that's leading the multitude to death, it's woe unto you guys, like the Lord said in Matthew 23. Matthew 9:17. Neither do men put new wine in old bottles. The Lord is the new wine. It says, else the bottles break and the wine runneth out, the bottles perish. But they that put new wine into new bottles, both are preserved. So how are men being preserved? The true men of the Lord, they're not put out there in a fucking spotlight to be famous. And that's what the Lord mean by the ones that's actually hidden. And so the Lord was constantly healing. The Lord was constantly healing. So the new wine is Yahawashi. The new wine is Yahawashi, which a lot of these old bottles, these camps, and these men out there that exalt themselves, they're unable to drink of that new wine of Yahawashi because they're not of Yahawashi. But with that, man, death to you wicked motherfuckers. And I hit you brothers a little bit later. Hey, stay in the spirit. You see, stay in the spirit, because what we see in these last times, men have been taken over by the flesh of the world, wanted to be known and recognized. A lot of these fucking guys, man, they boast in knowing the scriptures and shit like that, but they don't know Yahawashi. With that, you gotta understand, you can know the scriptures, but you're not moving in the spirit of Yahawashi because he's not in you like that. So don't be fooled by men knowing a bunch of goddamn knowledge, because the scripture tells you can know all that fucking knowledge and still be put to death. And somebody that just have a little understanding that fear the Lord, he'll make it before your weak ass. But with that, man, to be on to the next one. Hey, shalom.